Our next expert is Chawn Bracey. Chawn Bracey is the CEO and founder of a brilliant company called Motivator Music. He takes your beautiful speaking voice and pairs that with his magic of creativity and mixing and audio and all of his wizardry, and creates things that become speaker albums. He's one of a very few people in the world that even does this. You may have heard or seen some of his work on a little channel on YouTube called Motiversity that he has contributed to. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our next expert, Chawn Bracey.
Hey, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me okay? Music is the key to the soul. Content is a great equalizer. And I don't feel like, as entrepreneurs, most people realize that. You can be the most in-demand person in your niche, in your network, whatever you're doing. Or you could be a beginner, just starting out. Your first piece of material, your first marketing campaign, it could take off. And now you're side by side with the person that's been doing it for years. You may have heard of a speaker called Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, Zig Ziglar even, if you want to go back a little bit. They all have albums. And with these albums, they have used these to leverage and to get speaking engagements, raise their speaking fee, and go on tours, tour the world. And, they're using a lot of this material and incorporating a lot of this material into their speaking engagements. Currently, speakers, entrepreneurs will, write a book to try to show their expertise to, do those same things. Now you're on stage more, you're standing out. But when everybody has a book, who's really standing out? The average book, I'm not sure what the average book sales are, but I think it's like less than 100 copies. Like, how many, can we get a raise of hands of how many people in here have a book or are currently working on a book? Does anybody want to share how their book is doing? My guy right here. 6,823 copies. Woo! 6,000. What's the name of your book? The Joy of Living. Nice. And so what's the premise of it? So you said how have you marketed your book? The usual way, by you telling everybody from stage, you need to buy this book. It is everybody buy his book, okay? We need to get that to 7,000. And we need to create an album for it too to really bring new life to it beyond the stage. Music, I love music. That's kind of, why I got into what I'm doing. If you would have asked me years ago what I wanted to be, I would have told you a rapper or, a singer or whatever. I can't actually sing outside of the shower, though. Inside of the shower, I'm telling you, like, I got the vocals. The acoustics, everything is on point. But outside of it, when I let people hear me, they're just like, nah, bro. It's not it. But, I love to be able to help speakers and people tell their stories and change people's lives. Everybody up here on these stages, on the stage today, are saying like really valuable information, things that could really impact somebody and, get them to the next level. Whether, you're talking about something, a pain point, or whether you're talking about a gain point, something that can really, stick to. And when you're able to package that, you don't know who you're going to impact. You don't know who you're going to that message is going to repeat over and over. All we have is our thoughts usually throughout the day. We have thousands of thoughts, right? So imagine if you could jump into somebody's thought pattern just off of a piece of content that you're creating. Now you're repeating, they're listening to your message over and over. We hear things from our parents, we hear stories from our parents from years ago, like being raised, like just repeating. I know I hear my mom's voice in my head all the time. I hear my grandmother's voice in my head all the time. And those messages are what really, kind of guide us through these tough decisions, these tough moments in our life. And that's pretty much what I love to do. And with marketing, everything is possible, right? So with audio is number one when you're exercising, when you're at work, when you're cleaning up. That's the number one thing to listen to. I just feel like more people should be able to tap into that and really know what's out here and available to them. It's so easy to create. I just wanted to introduce this new concept to you. A lot of times people struggle, writing their book for months, sometimes even years. Sometimes people sit on that book for their whole life, and actually never actually write the book. I believe an alumni from this event, she was the judge from the last one, Andrew Tussey, put a stat out there, like only 1% of people in the world are authors. So like when you're a part of that author group, it's a special group to be a part of, but I feel like 90% of speakers are authors, So if you want to stand out, you have to create and you have to, really, package that. The average attention span is about, does anybody know the average attention span? I don't know. 10 seconds? I thought it was 2 minutes. I thought it was. So with that, I've been speaking for about 2 minutes, and I'm going to end while I still have your attention. You have a great day. If you want to speak to me, I'm going to be over there, all right?